So, what does this all mean for us? Basically, it tells us that the current internet is fragile, and perhaps more importantly, it is entirely information centric. It was designed to display text and images, right? It was never meant to autonomously handle value or actual economics. The status quo of these simple, easily abandoned websites is simply not robust enough for the next layer of the web. If we actually want an internet where software can reason and act independently, we absolutely cannot rely on this brittle architecture. Let's move to and see how this builds. Because of this fragility, the internet is literally being forced to evolve, and fast. We started out with basic websites that could just display information. Remember those? Then we moved up to applications that could actually perform actions for us. Next, blockchains and crypto wallets came along, and they gave applications ownership and programmable money. More recently, we've seen this massive explosion of AI agents, software that can actually reason and make decisions on its own. But the TT Builder vision asks us to take the ultimate next step: AI agents equipped with their own wallets. I want you to really stop and think about this question for a second. What happens when AI can also control a wallet? It's a complete paradigm shift, isn't it? Instead of an AI just, answering your questions or generating a funny image, an AI agent can become an active, independent participant in an economic network. It totally bridges the gap between intelligence and actual value. And this is exactly what the TTT Builder is exploring. With TTT, you aren't just building a disconnected app. You're building an independent economic participant. Every application built with the TTT Builder has its own unique anatomy. It gets its own Kaspa wallet, meaning it can actually send and receive real value. It gets its own AI agent, which could be an open-source model you pick out, or the built-in TTT agent. It operates strictly on its own custom rules that are defined by you, the creator, and it has its own specialized purpose. The application is no longer just sitting there disconnected from the financial network. And this brilliantly illustrates the difference between where we are right now and where we are heading. On the left side, you have the human bottleneck. Currently, an AI thinks, you read the response, you manually open your wallet, you type in the address, and you approve the transaction. It's clunky. But over on the right, the TTT architecture completely streamlines this pathway. The AI directly interfaces with its own wallet, which connects right to the Kaspa network, resulting in a settled transaction. It creates a completely seamless path for on-chain value actions, entirely removing that human bottleneck without replacing the human creator. Now, I know whenever we talk about autonomous AI and money, people tend to get a little nervous. But listen, this new architecture doesn't mean giving up security or letting bots run wild. The core philosophy here is simple. You build it, you define the rules, you control the wallet. The human remains entirely in control of all permissions, rules, and private keys. The AI only does exactly what you allow it to do within the economic parameters you've designed. It's an incredible tool of empowerment, for sure. It is not a surrender of control. This brings us to a massive conceptual shift. You might have heard the term vibe coding recently, where a human simply describes an application and an AI writes the code to build it, which is amazing, obviously. But the TT Builder takes us from vibe coding all the way to vibe economics. In vibe economics, you describe the app, the AI builds it, but then the application actually gets its own wallet, it gets its own rules, and it can interact directly with other economic systems. Your software isn't just running anymore, it is transacting. So, let's break down this futuristic architecture layer by layer, because the underlying engine here is just thrilling. We call this the new ecosystem stack. Right at the top, you have humans who design the systems and set the rules. Below that, AI agents serve as the intelligence layer, really reasoning through tasks. Applications are the execution layer where the actual work happens. The wallets, those are the crucial economic interface. And at the foundational base of all of this, Kaspa. Kaspa acts as the settlement network. Now, you might be wondering, why Kaspa? Well, this architecture requires a fast proof-of-work-based network designed for extremely high throughput and rapid transaction confirmation. When you have autonomous software interacting economically at lightning speed, you absolutely need a network that can settle those interactions instantly and securely. So, the crucial point is this powerful guiding philosophy for the entire movement. If all Caspians can build their own wallet and have AI interact with another DIY wallet, then we are ready for the endgame. You see, the ultimate goal of the TTT Builder isn't just to make cool tech for the sake of it. It's about unchaining humanity. It's about giving everyday individuals the power to create their own decentralized economic software, significantly reducing the technical barriers so that anyone can participate in this new economy. Because the endgame here isn't about corporate bots. It's not about one massive tech giant controlling every interaction or some platform deciding what every AI agent is allowed to become. No, it is about a vibrant, truly decentralized network of independently created systems. Just imagine an ecosystem of specialized AI agents, maybe a research agent, a translation agent, a marketplace agent, all freely exchanging value and services on their creators' terms, all settled securely on Kaspa. Which leaves us with a pretty profound question to reconsider. If the old internet was just us renting fragile domain names and clicking on static information, and if the new internet consists of humans creating intelligent agents while decentralized networks like Kaspa settle their interactions, what exactly is the next internet? We really have to reimagine the web, not as humans simply talking to applications, but as human-made agents seamlessly transacting with other agents. It is a future that goes directly from an AI to a wallet through Kaspa to another wallet and right to another AI, AI to AI. It literally transforms software from a static tool that just processes data into an active economic participant. Which leaves us with one final thought to ponder today. If your AI is out there independently negotiating, transacting, and building wealth on the Kaspa network, what does that free you up to do? This introduces an absolutely brilliant concept called vibe economics. The big takeaway here? You don't need to be a senior developer anymore. You can just describe an application in plain English, have AI build it, which is known as vibe coding, and then, crucially, you give that newly built app its own wallet and its own rules. You turn it into an independent economic agent that can interact completely autonomously with financial networks. It's a real game changer. Let's dig deeper into this in Section 5, AI agents with crypto wallets, and specifically the TTT Builder concept. The core thesis of the TTT Builder is completely groundbreaking. It means everyday people can create their own custom applications and connect every single one directly to its own Kaspa crypto wallet. Here's the workflow. You vibe code your idea, you push that code directly to GitHub, and then you host the application on a platform like Vercel. By doing this, you maintain 100% ownership and total control over your AI agents. The application is no longer disconnected from the financial network. It's plugged right in. What we're looking at here is a completely new application stack, and you are entirely in the driver's seat. You, the human, define the overarching rules. The AI agent acts as the intelligence layer, it does the reasoning and makes the decisions. The application hosted on Vercel serves as the execution layer, where your code actually runs. The wallet acts as the economic interface. And finally, the Kaspa network handles the ultra-rapid settlement of the transactions. It's the whole shebang working in perfect harmony. Which leads us to ask an incredibly curious question. What actually happens when programmable software driven by reasoning AI has direct programmatic access to a high-speed payment network? Think about it. No human needed to manually click approve on every single transaction. What does that unlock? Section 6. Unlocking AI to AI, the end game of decentralized networks. Instead of thinking of AI as just one giant generalized chatbot assistant that supposedly knows everything, I want you to imagine a massive ecosystem of highly specialized agents. Using TTT Builder, you could build a research agent, a marketing agent, a coding agent. Each of these agents has its own specific purpose, its own set of rules defined by you, the creator, and, most importantly, its own crypto wallet. Now let's actually watch how they interact. Imagine AI Agent A is building a website and suddenly realizes, hey, I need an image. It broadcasts a request. AI Agent B, which is a specialized design agent, offers to generate that image for 1 KS. Agent A's logic reviews the offer and approves the price. The payment is routed directly through their respective wallets and settles instantly on the Kaspa network. Agent B receives the funds and instantly delivers the image. The entire negotiation, payment, and delivery happen completely autonomously, machine to machine. No humans involved. And this brilliantly illustrates the ultimate vision we are heading toward today. The next internet won't just be humans clicking on passive websites or chatting with rigid applications. It's going to be a vibrant, bustling ecosystem where everyday humans create intelligent agents, equip them with true economic power, and literally set them loose to interact, trade, and collaborate with other agents. So the question I want to leave you with for this explainer is this. When this TTT Builder technology is fully in your hands today, what kind of autonomous agent are you going to build first? Thanks for joining me, and I'll catch you in the next one.